Alright, what is up, Community Strength? Back again for another workout today. We got 2 new exercises today, plus a new exercise format. So I'll explain the format first. Today we have an ABC workout format. So what that means is we have 3 blocks consisting of 3 exercises. You do the first block, which is ABC. So you do 3 exercises in a row. Then you go back around, do the 3 exercises one more time. Then in between the first and second block, there's a transition exercise. And then we'll move on to the next block, do that twice. Transition exercise, next block, do that twice, transition. Then we're into our cool down. I'm just going to do the first block twice, and then the rest of them I'm just going to do once. Normally you do all 3 blocks twice, but for the sake of time, I won't be doing that. Our 2 new exercises today. The first one is jackknife. So you're going to take a squat position, have your hands up to either side. You're going to try not to hit the light that's to my right. And you are going to squat down, rotate your body, touch the ground, come back up. Same thing on the other side, almost like a windmill. Alright, and then the second one is hip bridge kicks. So this one will be on the ground. Get in a hip bridge position, press your hips into the air. Arms down for stability. Pick one knee up, kick it into the air, bring it back down, keeping it up, kick the other leg into the air. Now that could be a little challenging for some people, so the regression would be either holding the hip bridge position or doing a single leg hip bridge. But yeah, with that, let's get right into our warm-up. Our first one here is going to be open the gate, so pick that kneecap up high, twist it outwards, place that foot down, same thing on the other side. Start that in 3, 2, 1. So each exercise in the conditioning phase is going to be 1 minute, and the transitions are each going to be 20 seconds. So totaling 20 minutes and the workout, because that is 6 minutes in each block. 3 of those, and then, yeah. So you've got about 15 more seconds left on that, and then we're going to move into seal jacks. So while you're doing that, I'll explain it. Seal jacks, you're going to have your hands in front of you, move one leg out, move both hands out, alternate legs. Just like that, you start that in 3, 2, 1. Moving that leg out, tapping your foot on either side. Warming up our chest and our back when we squeeze our upper back and our shoulders to pull our hands back. Dipping down just a little bit to stick that toe out. Got about 20 seconds left, more of that, and then we are going to move on to the next one, which I will explain while you're doing that, which are slow side lunges. So, take a squat position. You're going to slowly squat down on one side, not all the way. Come back up. Slowly squat down on the other, pressing with your glutes and your quads to make sure you stay stable. We're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Squat position. Lean to one side, squat down just a little bit, come back up. Feeling it. Pushing with your glutes when you start to move your momentum back up. Pushing with the tops of your legs and your quads, or which are called your quads as well. So you've got 20 seconds left of those, and I will explain the next one while you're doing that again. So that is going to be hacky, behind the back hacky sacks, my favorite thing to say. So take your hand, opposite heel, come up, touch on either side, just like a windmill. Squeezing with the back of your legs. We're going to start that in 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that windmill position, move your arms, touch that heel. Squeezing, pulling with the back of our legs and squeezing it at the top. Warming it up. Got 30 seconds left of these. And your back nice and straight. And you got 20 seconds left of those. Again, I'll explain the next one, which is reach over. So this is just to activate rotational part of our body before we get into our conditioning phase. So they are reach over. So face forward, take your opposite arm, reach the other side, come back, reach to the other side. We'll start that in 3, 2, 1. You go as fast as you like. You can dip in the middle. It's a little quarter squat, not going all the way down. Get that lower body nice and active during this. Feeling the midsection especially start to get all loose. Turning your shoulders, not your hips. And you got 15 seconds left of that, and then we're going to go into our final exercise for our warm-up, which is squat with arm circles. So, find yourself a room. You're going to squat down on either side and go back, while at the top, we're going to be doing arm circles. Just making a circle out to the side with our arms. Start that in 3, 2, 1. We got 45 seconds of these, and then we'll have a 30-second water break right before we go into our conditioning phase. Again, our conditioning phase will consist of the ABC format. And yeah. So we've got 20 seconds left, 30-second water break after this, where I will explain the first exercise. Doing each of these exercises in the conditioning phase for a minute each. So in 4, 3, 2, 1, take these 30 seconds to grab yourself water. We are going to be going into our first exercise, which is pendulum lunges. So, pendulum lunges. You're going to pick one foot to use for the first round, and then I'm going to tell you which one it is, and then the next time I'm going to tell you to do the opposite. So for this segment, we're going to do our left side is going to stay still. Reach the other foot out in front, lunge down, reach that back, lunge down. So we are going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Doing this for a minute. And then we're going to move on to our next exercise. So we got 40 seconds left. At 15 seconds, I will explain the next exercise while you continue to do this. 30 seconds, pressing with the tops of our legs and our glutes, keeping ourselves stable with the ankle on the foot that's standing still. All right, you got 20 seconds left. I'll explain the next one while you do that, which are jackknives. So jackknives, making that windmill position, getting that squat position. You're going to squat down slightly, rotate your body, touch the ground, come up, rotate again on the other side. Again for a minute, starting in 3, 2, 1. Pressing with our quads. Keeping ourselves nice and stable as we go down, pushing our hips back like we're sitting in a chair. Got 40 seconds left of this. Remember to go at your own pace. You're not trying to prove anything to anyone. You're just trying to increase the heart rate, keep ourselves healthy. And then in 20 seconds, you guys keep doing that. I'll explain the next one. The next one is double reach up, double reach out. So just like you're picking apples and picking berries, you're going to reach out to one side across your body, reach up to the other side across your body, reach out, up, up, out, out. Start that in 3, 2, 1. So up on each side, out on each side. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. This is a nice exercise to do before we go back into the pendulum lunges, with this time our right foot standing still. So that's going to look like this, coming up and going down on either side. And then we're going to go through the ABC once again. So we got 30 seconds more of double reach up, double reach out. $15 seconds, then we're back to pendulum lunges. All right. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, planting our right foot, making sure it doesn't move out of that spot, moving our left foot backwards and forwards to get that squat in. Now we are squatting on either side here, even though it doesn't look like it because we're only moving our left leg back and forth, but we are definitely moving on both sides here. 40 seconds left of that. All right. You can come up onto your toes when you go forward. You can come up onto your toes with your right foot as you go forward. In fact, you should, because that would be painful if you didn't. But anyway, 20 seconds left of that. You keep doing that. I'll explain the next one again, which is jackknife. So taking that windmill position and that squat position, squatting down while rotating your upper body, touch the ground, come back up, rotate again, come back down, back up. So we're going to start that in 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving our shoulders, not our hips, to be able to touch the ground, and also moving, well, yes, we are moving our hips, just down, not side to side. 45 seconds left of that. This feels too easy. You can squat down further, try to get that whole hand on the ground if you like. But for most of us, we're just going to stay touching the ground as our limit. And you got 15 seconds left of that. I'll explain the next one, which again is double reach up, double reach out. So reach up on one side, up on the other, out, out. Alternating on each side. We're going to start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now that we've finished all 3 of these exercises twice, after this one, we're going to go to a 20-second transition exercise, which we're going to go to a 20-second transition exercise, which is then going to lead us into our second block of exercises. There is 35 seconds left of double reach up, double reach out. I am not going to go through each of the other blocks twice. I'm just going to go through them once, get all the way through it. So we've got 20 seconds left. And then for our transition exercise in between this block and the second, it is going to be fast feet. So just staying in one place or moving back and forwards if you like, if you feel like you need to go somewhere. Moving your feet up and down, staying on your toes. Start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have your hands out for balance. I like to do that personally. Feeling it in the calves as we bounce up and down on our toes. You can let your heels touch the ground for like half a second, but try not to land on your heels at all. So in 5, oh, my bad, I should have explained the next exercise, which is elbow to knee. So elbow to knee. Take your elbow, opposite kneecap, bring it down. Squeezing with your core, rotating your shoulders just a little on either side. So we're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Squeezing with your core. We've got a minute of that. A little less because I took up time explaining it. So that's my bad. Ideally, I'd be paying more attention. 30 seconds left. Squeezing with your core, whole time. Bringing that kneecap to that elbow and vice versa. 20 seconds. I'll explain the next exercise while you're doing that, which are in-out. So, in-out. Take one foot, move it out, other foot, move it out. Bring that last foot in, that other foot in. So full speed. It's going to look like that. It's a lot less complicated than it is explaining it. Start that in 3, 2, 1. Doing that for a full minute. And we've got one more exercise after that, and then we're moving into our transition for our last block. Staying on our toes, feeling it in our calves, raising that heart rate up. Might take a second to get the movement pattern down if you're new to this exercise. It's alright, learning new movement patterns is totally part of it. 30 seconds left. Alright. And And you've got 20 seconds left of that. I'll take these 20 seconds to explain the next one, which is side knee repeaters. So, what this is, you're going to go on your left leg. You're going to bring your right leg up. You're going to bring your two elbows, bring them down. It's like that. We're going to do that for a minute on each side. If we were going back around, we'd do it on the right side. But since we're just doing that, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. But since we're just going around once, we're just going to stay on the left leg. So imagine like there's something in front of you, like a little bag up here, trying to hit it with the top of your kneecap, pulling it up with your hips. Got a minute of that, and then we're going to go into our second transition exercise. Got 30 seconds left. I'll explain the transition while you are doing that. You've got 20 seconds left. So transition is high knees. So we're going to be bringing those knees up, alternating on either side, pulling them up as far as we can, landing on our toes. We're going to start that in 10 seconds. And then we'll move on to our second block, which will have us on the ground. So in 3, 2, 1, move into those high knees. Just doing this for 20 seconds. Then we're going to get ourselves on the ground. Pulling those knees as high as you can. And 3, 2, 1. Take some time to get yourself lied down on the ground. We are going to be doing something that I forgot the name of and named them swimmers, even though, John, I know you showed me what they are and what they're actually called. So, swimmers, you're going to have your hands out in front of you, squeezing your back and your shoulders, moving them around like that, and then coming back up. Just like that. So we're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Doing this for a full minute. And then we'll move on to our next exercise, which is going to have us on our side. So you got 40 seconds left of that. Squeezing those shoulders and that back. Just like a swimmer moving through water. You got 25 seconds left of that. I'll explain the next exercise. So we're going to roll onto our right side here. You can have your arm out if you like. We're going to be picking that leg up straight out in front of us, squeezing our glutes at the top. And bringing it back down to meet the other foot. We're just doing this on one side for a full minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and get started. Going at your own pace here. I'm going to go nice and slow. Got 50 seconds. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. Pulling up, squeezing at the top with your glutes on the side here. And then coming back down. Nice and controlled. Got 30 seconds left. And while you're doing that, I will take these 20 seconds to explain the next exercise, which will have us on our backs. So, these are the hip bridge kicks. You're going to be in a hip bridge position. Coming up, we're going to be on our right side. It's the leg that's going to lift up. Arms out for balance. Kicking straight up into the air. Coming back down. We're going to be doing that for a full minute. Or we're going to be holding that hip bridge position. So we're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Get yourself on your back. Raise those hips into the air. Arms out for balance. Hold that hip bridge while doing a kick into the air. And then if we were going back around, obviously we would do the opposite sides of the exercises that we just did. I'm going to be really jacked on really weird sides after this workout. And we've got 25 seconds left of that, and then we're going to be into our last transition exercise before we go into our cool down. So, these last 20 seconds, everything you got, because our transition is going to be a core exercise. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, you're going to have yourself still lying on your back for this transition exercise, which is going to be bicycles. So, pick those knees up just a little bit. You're going to be moving your knees in a rotating position. Our full back is on the ground, making those circles with your feet, just like you were pedaling a bicycle. Doing that for 20 seconds, so we got 10 seconds left, and then we'll move into our cool down. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's move into our cool down, which has us flipping over onto our hands and knees for a cat to camel. So squeeze that back down for the cat, making a nice arch in your back all the way, and then pushing it up to make a hump of a camel, stretching out the back, pushing the shoulders forward, doing that for 30 seconds, 10 seconds left, and then we'll move into another cool down. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to be moving into thread the needle. So thread the needle is you're going to pick one arm up, thread it through that arm, ideally pushing your shoulders as far to the ground as you can, coming back up, alternating doing that. Again, 30 seconds on that. We've got 20 seconds left, and then we'll switch to the other side. Squeezing your back and your shoulders at the top, coming through, pushing them forward. All right, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side, reach the other hand up in the air, push it through. All right, we got 10 seconds left of that, and then we'll move into our next one, which is going to be downward dog. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going onto your toes, holding this position, pushing your heels as far as you can towards the ground. Legs relatively straight with a slight bend. Back ideally as straight as you can make it. To get out of it to check the time, of which we have 10 seconds left of that, and then we're going to get back on our feet from that position. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get yourself back up on your feet, walk yourself up if you can, because we're going to be doing an upper body hang, rounding our back, letting our arms drift from side to side. Loosen up that upper back for another 15 seconds. Then we'll move into our last cool down exercise for this workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand yourself up. Reach to the sky. Elevate those shoulders. Bring them up. Reach as far as you can into the sky. That's going to be me touching the ceiling in this case. Another 30 seconds of that. We got 15 left. 10 seconds. All right, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I thought that new format, even though you told us we didn't have to do it this week, was pretty good. I feel like in this case, since you are doing all 3 of them in a row, you do have to be very mindful of which ones you pick. I think this works better for cardio exercises than it does for strength exercises. So maybe just be mindful about having strength exercises right next to each other and try and do more cardio ones. But other than that, I think this is one that I would want to use in the future. And I think it's pretty good. Just so you can see how it's formatted, I'll hold it up here. Hopefully you can see that. It is very faint because our printers are working. But anyway, yeah, ABC format, 2 new exercises. There we go.